Good morning, NFL community. We are set for a good matchup today against the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins as they play for their first home game of the 2023-2024 season. This was a blowout game yesterday. Miami beat Denver 70-20. So this will be a big blowout game that we play now. Enjoy the show.
Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. This is the National Football League. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium.
And we are at the beautiful Hard Rock Stadium.
Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Miami Dolphins.
And we are off.
And we are underway from Miami. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to
already.
Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ooh. I think I want to accept that.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into
made a
the
good
game
choice
in a
accepting
hurry.
that.
The officials did as well.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And his first
Now, a fun fact, when Miami scored a touchdown yesterday, one of the celebrations was a conga line. That's right, conga line.
And knocked it incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Touch here.
Okay, so we're going to switch up the depth chart a little. So, this game, Jalen Waddle was out with a concussion, so we got to make sure he doesn't play in this roster, just to keep things accurate to the actual game. And, oops. We're going to want Trent Sherfield as our QB, wide receiver too. He is one of the second best wide receivers that we got, besides Jalen Waddle, obviously, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Then for the punt return and kick return, let's give Jeff Wilson the kick return. There we go. Punt return. Let's play some football.
For the passing game, things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Being chased out left. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10.
Oh, that was close.
9, 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Now Hill to return it. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one
I just
back.
spotted a mistake on roster. Mike Gesicki is out on the field. And like I said in last stream, he unfortunately does not play for us as he plays for the Patriots. Yay. I hate it. And then cornerbacks, we want to make sure we have Kato Kohu out. I'll put some Byron Jones. There we go.
That nearly picked. It's second down now. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whoa.
Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Washington now brings this out. And beyond the 20, but not much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Another holding call. Ooh.
So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Oh, they're going for everything with 4 receivers. Okay.
On first down, Wilson. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2nd and 6. To throw again is Wilson. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Bro! Oh my!
So obviously, they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
Wow.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, Wilson. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5.
Oh, yeah.
For Miami, 57 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Murray. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
That's caught inside the 20.
Oh, my.
They've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's where having a mobile quarterback really pays dividends because that old school stand in the pocket, make your throw guy, he doesn't make that play.
In addition to the mobility, how about his eyes? Just kept them downfield, locked on the target, created a big play out of it.
Didn't matter the chaos around him. He still found his guy.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll just get rid of it. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board.
Wouldn't have been worth it to return it.
I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I don't know why Waddle's still out there, but we're not going to be throwing to him at all this game.
Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So 3 plays already first and goal. They are wasting little time. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
There you go.
Take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This take it in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He completes this to Sutton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close.
Denied.
In the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. 4th down. Corliss Waitman now on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to pass. Tua. And this is going to be intercepted.
No.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series. But
and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home.
No.
Javonte Williams. An 80-yard touchdown.
Damn it.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing.
That was a mess.
That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That did not go well at all.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to...
Oh, my... Try and keep this to the actual way this game went. Disclaimer, we did not have this many interceptions. We didn't have any, actually.
Back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Williams. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
No.
Have the first down at about the 38.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
But you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Raheem Mostert, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat, he did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
Saw a touchdown, too. Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Now, I do not know why, but as soon as the fourth quarter started, Mike McDaniel switched out Tua with Mike White, former Jets quarterback now, because this is Madden 23, not 24. We will sub out Tua, we're gonna sub him out with Teddy Bridgewater. I do not trust to play Skylar Thompson.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
Now, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On third down, Wilson.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Murray.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Wilson.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 36.
To throw is Wilson.
Out quickly to Judy. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. His throw incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Dancing to his left. And, oh, it'll be intercepted.
Yeah, that's right. Kale Kohu.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak. And a
Objective 1,
to the drawing board.
get out of the end zone.
A little bit lyrical for you.
On the ground, it's Mostert
like such.
And they'll get him down up past the 15.
Objective 2, give it to Tyreek.
Looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Objective 3, score.
Play action, now it's Tua. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a gain of 35.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks in the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about
that was a lot of tight ends they have.
That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next
Okay, I guess
drive.
we're going for everything here.
Last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time.
This is caught inside the 15.
Woo!
All the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Yes, sir.
Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is
Go.
Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Got a man open. It's Sutton. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run here. It's Murray. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
On the delay, this is Murray. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Yes, sir, Jerome Baker.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Yes, sir.
I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Now Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos get a bit closer. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy, taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill.
It's Tyreek, baby. Fastest receiver in the NFL. Cannot be stopped.
Now 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. Denver Broncos back out there. Former Tar Heel Javonte Williams, we shine the spotlight on him.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Jeudy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Broncos send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's pulled in at the 32. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 76 yards on the ground for him so far. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 49 yards. And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense, because you can hand it to him as we've seen, but you say 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to throw. Wilson. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Wilson running left on the option. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
It's a pile of Dolphin defenders.
That's all he needed.
That's
First
crazy.
down. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Back to throw. Wilson. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play. What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This will be caught inside the 10. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. 139 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's a...
Alright, let's get Melvin Ingram in this roster. There we go.
Able to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Now he's flushed out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point from McManus is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, you're kidding me. Mostert.
Got 5.
Oh,
2nd
crap.
and 5. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Boost shoulder.
There, a first down. The partner is still in the third quarter,
medium.
they got this one well in hand and still
Let's sub him.
and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 28 yards for Jeff Wilson. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Sanders on for the extra point.
And
Even larger here in the third quarter.
this is where we end at scoring.
So that drive, 4 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. From the 36, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Sutton. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Working with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. He'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big. And Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And
yes, sir. Javon Holland with the recovery.
And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Well, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! Trent Sherfield from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about every...
All right. Now we switch out to for Teddy.
Has been successful in this one, and if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Eluding the pressure right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Again, Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On first down, Murray. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Wilson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's pretty rare that you see a ball game decided by this.
Yeah, so it's not the actual score of yesterday's game, but that game was a blowout game, so that's what this game is going to be, since, well, I am trying to keep this accurate to the games that we play.
Get a chance to make a big play. Can I get a takeaway? Can I go ahead and put the ball in the end zone? That's what these guys are all talking to each other about now with a lead this big.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Washington now brings this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Being chased out left. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go
and just like that,
yards out of it.
we win our first home game.
They can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Be sure to tune in next week when Miami takes on the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Till then, go Fins.